for me. Yeah, for me. Shit. Hey, babe, can you do that for me? Shit. I hot like 200 degrees. Shit. And I got the chop on me. Shit. Fuck around, spin the band on me. Shit. Give me that
Holy family. I ended up having 0 points first half. I don't feel like it just wasn't going for me the first half. Like first half, just missing shots, missing open ones. I kind of just like stayed down though. That was like the main thing, just staying down, staying focused, and end up ending the game with 19. We just locked in. So yeah, the score was 80-71. I feel like that game was too close. Like, we just let them do what they wanted, and I feel like at the end, we just let them get comfortable in the end.
Yeah, y'all played good in the first half.
Yeah, first half we played good, but then like second half we just started letting them just do whatever they wanted, and then they ended up coming back, and it almost became a game. But luckily we got enough stops where it couldn't have been a game. But they ended up going 0-1-21 on the season in conference play, so we're gonna talk about that a little later in the episode. All right, man. So we went to Jefferson came. So we ended up losing to Jefferson, as y'all seen in the first game. That probably was like a real heartbreak game because we haven't beat Jefferson in probably the past 3 years. We haven't beat Jefferson at all. So they came up here, and I would say like we was really locked in that game. When I say like we was all like just bonded, trying to get stops, trying to just help the team win. To be honest, I ended up playing good that game. They ended up like face guarding me, like top blocking and stuff, things of that nature. But it ended up in the end, we getting the win. I ended up with 17, I believe, or 14. No, I ended up with 12 or 14 points, which was good. It was solid. My other teammates contributed as well, which helped us come up with a big stop as well. We had a big stop at the end, a three-pointer that was blocked that helped us secure the win because at Felician, he hit that shot against a team at Felician. But Jefferson's always been a good team. They have always like beat us every year. Like every year, we have never been able to beat them. I feel like this was a good stepping stone into where we could have went for the season. Yeah, need that block.
Need that block.
Fuck you talking about? Then after that, when we went to post, and we really had a gauntlet of like a 3-game stretch. Post, they're a good team. They just didn't have the chemistry that they needed to have that game. Like they were arguing, stuff like that. We ended up beating them. Trey hit a game time shot at the end of the game. I ended up going 8 for 13 from 3. It was a good game as far as like shooting wise. It felt like their court like kind of small, so it kind of felt like an AAU game kind of. But I mean, we ended up winning that game. I ended up with 29 points. Trey ended up with 15. There's a lot of people that like really contributed to that win, and I feel like that was a good win going into the 3rd game. So then Chestnut Hill came here. We ended up, as y'all saw, we ended up losing that game, 1st game. That was kind of like a hard loss because my man Neil, number 25, like I grew up with him, so it's like it's always competitive when we play. So us losing that game kind of hurt me. I don't think we was really focused that game. So they ended up coming here. We was locked in, but we was locked in probably the first 5 to 10 minutes, and then over the course of the game, like our defense just crumbled and we wasn't getting the stops that we needed. So they ended up coming in here beating us, going 2-0. They ended up doing the broom sweep, which was crazy because they haven't beat us. They haven't beat us in the past like 3 years. We always either split or go 2-0 against them for the past like 3 years. So for them to get 2 on us was kind of like, dang, like what are we doing? And also we one day prep, so that was like the biggest thing that I feel like our young team, us as a young team, like we wasn't used to. So we wasn't really locked in on their sets and stuff, things of that nature. So then we went to Georgia in court. I feel like this was a stepping stone on why we started to go downhill as a team. We end up first half. We was losing by a lot. We wasn't hitting shots. We just wasn't playing together as a team. That probably was like the worst game where we were just playing as a team. We ended up picking it up in the last 6 minutes. We started pressing. They started turning the ball over. We started getting stops. We ended up beating them 71-76. That was like we should have beat them by weight. Like we should have really beat them by 20, but we was just like not in the right headspace. I don't know how or why we wasn't in the right headspace, but we just wasn't. So then we won that game, and that was like kind of we won the game, but like like when you win those games and it's like a setback. It was like one of those type games because we should have beat them by like 20. So then after that, Holy Family came. And when I tell you, like, they were really 0-14 in conference. So we came in there with the minds of, like, we're just going to simply just beat them by 20. Like, they're 0-14. They're not really trying to play. So they came in there really trying to play, and we ended up losing that game. And I feel like that was the stepping stone for why we lost the last 4 games that we did, and then going into playoffs.
Talk about that game.
That game in general?
Yeah, like you feel like that game or that week.
I feel like that week just leading up to it, I feel like we just wasn't locked in because they were 0-14. I feel like we kind of like just looked at them as they wasn't equal. So like practices were bad. We had bad practices. We had bad like just negative energy lingering around the whole entire time. So when we have negative energy, like it's gonna carry into the games. Like as they always say, you practice how you play. So that was another main thing that we did. We had a bad shoot around as well, where our coach was yelling at guys. So that really wasn't like the best shoot around that we had. We ended up playing that day. Our girls ended up winning that game. We thought we had the confidence to go right behind them and win, and they ended up beating us. And they was talking mad crazy after. Mind you, they're 0-14, so we literally gave them a win. So they won their first ever conference game, and they were like 1-14. So February 26th, that's my birthday. So like I was excited to play that game. Like I was really locked in. So I felt like we brought our A game. Like we was like this close to winning. We just didn't have Deuce either. A lot of these games that we didn't have like our star big man. Because he really helped out a lot, like cleaning up boards. Like whenever somebody goes down, you never know how valuable they are to the team until you start playing and like realizing like, dang, we really need him to be on the court to win. Like mind you, it's not always a one-team sport, but some people you just need like just to add that X factor, and he was that X factor. So we end up like on the boards, offensive boards, we was down 26 offensive boards we gave up 26 offensive boards. You're not gonna be able to win a game giving up 26 offensive boards. And we gave up, and we turned the ball over probably like 20 times. So imagine 26 offensive boards and 20 turnovers too. Like you're not gonna win that way. But we end up losing 87-84, and I felt like that was like a bad taste in our mouth, because that could have been a game where we could have just turned everything around, being that they was the top region team and we still stuck with them. It was like, dang, we really do got a chance to win out in conference. I feel like, I don't know, the energy just shifted once we got in the game. The game was just not, we just played mad selfish. We didn't really like share the ball how we used to. They were switching up their defense a lot, so like we was kind of like mind you, we're young, so guys wasn't like seeing like what defense they were in, and we were just not on the same accord as a team, and just all the way around.
From Maplewood, New Jersey, number 1, Zayon Marsh. At a guard, a 6-foot freshman from Mount Laurel, New Jersey, number 13, Trey Powell. At another guard, a 6'1" sophomore from Petersburg, Virginia, number 14, Zakari McQueen. At the third guard, a 6'5" freshman from Newark, New Jersey, number 33, Anthony Conde. And at another forward spot, a 6'7" senior from Philadelphia, number 35, David Robinson. The assistants for the London AJ Witt. Three-pointer, starting. Timeout call on the floor. Here's to be a full timeout. Goldey, full timeout. Final score, the Wildcats 98, the Goldey from College rolling 83.
So going into playoffs, we had three losses. William was our last loss, and it was by 20. So imagine going into a playoff game, losing by 20, and not like getting a win, feeling good about yourself, and you just haven't got a win the whole year for the last 3 games. That's gonna be hard to win a game. So I ended up going to post. Post was like a stepping stone. Like they face guarded me the whole game. Their coach knew every set that we ran. Like he was calling out every play. He was just like he was really on time as far as just really helping out the team, knowing what plays we're gonna run, when we're gonna run it, finding certain guys in transition whenever they're running the floor trying to shoot threes, and they just really like disrupted us on offense. We couldn't really get in a groove at some point. The game was like always tie or like 2 points less, 3 points, and then second half, that's when everything just turned around. They started hitting like some, like middle towards the 10-minute mark, they started hitting threes, random threes, like corner threes by the same person. Like the same person got 3 corner threes, which hurt us like big time. That was another thing that happened, and then we just couldn't hit shots at the end. I feel like I always say this, and I would say it to anybody. I feel like the reason we didn't hit shots at the end is because we didn't work during that whole year. So why would God give us makes and shots and things of that nature if we didn't put in the work to show for it? So we ended up losing that game, which hurt because Zay, Carden, Deuce all graduating, which loved playing with them. Like they really helped me in so many ways as far as just being a player and just encouraging me to do certain things or just play a certain way. So I feel like losing them probably hurt the most. And then that was about it. Season was over. I'm not gonna lie, I definitely was depressed for like a week. That was probably like the biggest thing that was going on. I was depressed for a week. I was just sleeping. I didn't want to go to class. Just depressed for that week. End up finding reality back and getting back in the gym, like just finding stuff outside of basketball to do. Because I feel like a lot of basketball players have like a lot of just athletes in general go through stuff, but they don't really like tell people what they're going through.
Like postseason depression.
Yeah, like postseason depression is a real thing. Like a lot of people might not talk about it, but it's a real thing. Like imagine like you're a senior, a grad, and this is your last game. Then you thinking like, dang, what if I would have did this? What if I would have did that? What if I would have did this? Like you never know what might be your last game. So I would say season recap for myself. I would say I had a solid year. I made second team all conference, and I led the league for another year in threes with 94 threes on the year, bro. When I tell you I wanted to get to 100, bro, I was really mad that I wasn't able to get to 100 because I felt like I was just this close. I just had like a couple games that I played, I just didn't shoot the ball well. Like I was going like a game that I really needed to be able to hit 100. I went like 1 for 4, 1 for 5. Like it was like a bad game that game. So it was kind of hard for me to hit that 100, which I feel like that really humbled me because it's like you took the time to try to hit 100, but you didn't get it. So what's next? Like, are you gonna try to go for it again next year? Like, what are you really looking for next year? But overall, I had 14 points. My turnovers could have been my assist to turnover ratio could have been way better. I felt like a lot of my turnovers I was just overthinking or just not really passing the ball right. Like none of my turnovers were like really bad turnovers, but they were still bad to me. So rebounds, I averaged 3 rebounds a game. I felt like my coaches are always on me about going to get rebounds. I feel like that was like an emphasis this year, boxing out and going to get rebounds, because I kind of struggled a lot on boxing out on defense. Just like going to find somebody, hitting somebody, and like just trying to go box somebody out. I feel like that's more like an effort thing. So like sometimes I got complacent and not box out. My man would have got the rebound and stuff like that. But I feel like overall it was a good year. It's not the outcome I wanted as far as winning a conference championship or going to the NCAA tournament, but I feel like it was a milestone to where I want to get to in life as far as just trying to win. So what's next? I don't know. I've been thinking for a month, for weeks now, being that the season was over. I got a whole month to think. I entered the portal. I feel like that was a step that I took, which was kind of hard for me to enter the portal, because I didn't want to, but I felt like it was right for me and it was God's calling, just to see what's out there. You know, you never know I got the opportunity to still be able to come back, but I end up entering the portal to see like what can I explore, what's out there, go on some visits, see like what other teams look like to bring to my team, or if I wanted to just leave and go from there. So yeah, I am in the portal. I am in the portal as of March 31st. I am in the portal. So we'll see what's next.
Bro said move. Sight, I had to switch it. I had to shake back, get on my pivot. All black on and I'm matching the fitted. The shit y'all doing, my nigga, we did it. She fucking for me, she scared to admit it. I call the shots and I know it.